Because you had the choice in the matter.
I am so sorry, Ratchet. I did not realize I was leading you into another one of Vox's traps. There is still a way out, though. If you can destroy the 3 fusion generators on the control level, it will release the escape shuttles, and both the fans and the heroes will be saved.
We got it, though. We can do it. You know, robots, if I lose, you all die too, right?
Ratchet, the station will be blown to bits any moment. Please hurry.
All right. Hack it, my dudes. There we go. We're making progress. We're doing it. We're doing it. What?
Come on, I need to blow something up.
Hey, at least it gets easier with each failed attempt because we don't have to hack the same shit over and over again. Or we do. This is it. The finale of Dreadzone. The series finale. Or as I call it, the series finally.
Will be blown to bits any moment. Please hurry.
EMP this shit, and there we go. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Come on, Ratchet, you can do it. If you can't, we'll all die.
Calm down, Dallas. Calm down. You'll be fine. I would not let you die. I think. almost done.
Excellent, Ratchet. Now,
There we go.
activate the second generator, but hurry, time is running out.
Oh, that. Oh,
On a
the
very solemn episode of
time resets. Okay.
Everybody dies! Oh no!
Dallas, you're embarrassing yourself.
Mommy, I don't want to go bye-bye.
Dallas, this is not the time! Oh, baby. You're a baby. Good baby. Really no plan.
Poor Dallas. He has no spine. It's not his fault, you see. He's an amoeboid.
Why? Why? Oh, not me. I'm too ready to die.
No, you're not.
Don't, Dallas. No, straight on up. Look at you, crying on galaxy-wide hollow vision. What a selfish man.
Thank you, Juanita. Your searing dose of verbal abuse was refreshing. I can't even tell you. Ooh, and the whole mommy baby thing. Sexy. Baby needs a changing.
Well, now we know what Dallas's fetishes are. I wish I didn't know that, but now I do. You know what? As long as it makes him happy, it's fine.
Ratchet, you are running out of time. The generators are overloading.
You don't have to tell me twice, Clank. I know. I'm heading over. It takes some time. Like people in the way. I think they're people.
Several escape shuttles are leaving the battle dome. Keep working, Ratchet.
There we go. That's what I want to hear, Clank. Stop egging me on like I don't know if we're on a timer. Tell me you're actually getting shit done while I'm doing my shit. Oh yes. There we go. You shield the guy as he blows up the generator. See how long until this thing outlives its usefulness. You have outlived your usefulness. fucking assholes! Don't make me do the whole thing from the beginning! There we go. There's a bit of a dearth of range weaponry in this game. Of long-range weaponry. That I am noticing only now that I am trying to do other than use a sniper rifle. There we go. Use a bit of healing. That'll do. Ammo would be nice too, actually. There we go. Almost at the end of this. Probably a third one after this, too. Big bug things are annoying. There we go. There we go. Almost done. You have one more generator, and then... because they always come in sets of 3s.
I suppose since we're all about to perish horribly, I should own up to a few things. First of all, Timmy Aberdeen, I'm the one who set your backpack on fire. I'm sorry you couldn't get it off in time.
Holy shit, Dallas! That's fucking cold!
And Susie Binkleton, I was the one who put the Tyrannoid in your locker. Hey, I heard the therapy is going well, though. Chin up, kid!
Holy shit, Dallas is an awful person. Even more than we thought he was.
And finally to you, Juanita, my dear, sweet Juanita. I apologize for the last 6 years of rude jokes, harassing innuendo, and all those friendly little pinches in the elevator. But who are we kidding? You love it!
He was making
Can you
such
pick up the
progress.
pace, please? The station is seconds away from exploding.
I got 9 minutes, Clank. Calm your titties. Fucking asshole. I want health again. Come on, man!
Boss, when this is all over, I'd like to do it again. And again.
There we go. Die, please. Thank you. Please stay behind the fucking wall. Dumbass. I need them, so I want to keep resin them. Come on, come on. Get the fuck up and do your job. go. All good. That's the last one for the final boss fight. I think. Making some big money. These things always come in threes.
Well done, Ratchet. The containment fields are deactivated. The station is no longer on lockdown.
Good. Now get on a shuttle and get out of here.
Sorry, Ratchet. I am not leaving without you.
For the love of Blarg, cut out the sappy melodrama before you lose my entire audience. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I'm gonna give Dreadzone fans the finale they've been waiting for. It's a little one-act play I call Death of the Lombats.
Alright, I am fully stocked on ammunition. Oh, he's a chunky boy, I see. He's got an ad phase.
Oh, it's good to be the boss. If I don't like someone, I just do this.
Oh, looks like Fox has some tricks up his sleeve. This is gonna be one heck of a match.
Considering that we die if Team Darkstar loses, that's an understatement.
An understatement, an undergarment, the underworld of professional mustache twirling, whatever it is, it's hot! Folks, I'm gonna break character for just a second and say, watch out! If you don't, we all die!
Here's a ratings booster. You son of a... So, the audience wants a show? I'll give them a show.
Oh, no! This could mean disaster for Team Darkstar. I put 500 volts on this match.
Dallas, our lives hang in the balance, and you are gambling?
Thank you, Juanita.
Oh, don't pretend like you care. You never cared. Oh, there we go. I popped a blood vessel again. Oh, all right. Can somebody get me a tissue?
Here's a third act twist. The big bad guy just got bigger. This year on Dreadzone, an audience favorite, the giant mech climactic battle.
I can't look. Is Team Darkstar dead?
Down.
Dallas,
He's
what's
down,
happening?
folks.
Dallas, what are you doing?
He is Vince McMahon meets
But it will be
it's the fucker who runs Fox News. Murdoch. He's Vince McMahon meets Rupert Murdoch. That's who he is.
all left long ago. Now we'll both die together on live television.
Very gross.
The best ratings I've ever had.
Even if I don't make it out of here alive, at least a lot of other heroes escape tonight.
Enjoy your pathetic idealism. For the last few seconds of your life. What?
Get in, Ratchet. There is no time remaining.
Just a sec.
Don't bring the pet. Fuck the pet.
5 seconds until detonation.
Hold still, Ratchet.
The pet was very happy to be part of that until he was gonna die too.
Check out that explosion! That was awesome! Let's do it again! Move! It's my turn to look!
No, it's my turn, you little brats. Get out of here. Don't you know how to respect your elders, Ow! Did you see what she just...
Good on ya.
What? This was the last shuttle. What else could I do?
Hey, I fixed the comm link. We've got incoming calls.
Ratchet, Clank. Hey, it's Kid Nova. What can I say? I thought I was a goner back there. I owe you guys big time.
Hey, Ratchet, it's Hydra Girl. If you're ever back in Aquatos, promise you look me up, okay?
Ah, well, Aquatos is nice this time of year.
Well, why not?
Because you're a robot. Won't you rust?
Ratchet, Clank, it's me, Captain Quark. There's a nasty rumor going around about heroes being kidnapped, but don't worry, it's baloney. I mean, come on. Nobody came to capture me, right? Just imagine making a show about galactic heroes without Captain Quark. Ha! Well, anyway, you guys missed the last 3 meetings of the Quark Cadets fan club. But don't worry, I've got extra copies of the newsletter, and I even saved some of the snacks. Hope you like custard.
I do like custard. I'll tell you a Quark fan club for free snacks. And that was Ratchet Deadlocked. Custard's really good. You should try it. It's really good. Especially frozen custard. The series was all downhill from here. There are people who would say that. I don't know if I actually agree with that statement, but I can understand why people would say that. Because I think the future trilogy and onwards is not bad, but the series in general lost a ton of the bite that it once had in this initial like PS2 era Ratchet and Clank. The Gaming Bridge Show did a pretty good video about this, actually. How Ratchet and Clank lost its edge. And I think it's a pretty good video for that topic. And if we ever go into the future trilogy, which is unlikely because I need to bring up my PS3 for that, and that's probably not going to happen. We could probably get into that a bit more, but in general, like this was the last Ratchet and Clank game that had a bit of a bite or an edge to it that you just don't see even in the current Ratchet and Clank games today. I have a lot of issues I could bring up with the future trilogy, but that's kind of outside the scope of this series. And in general, I think I was right to be nervous about covering this one. Because I did find that I didn't have a whole lot to actually say about Deadlocked when the camera was rolling. Because to some degree, the combat scenarios are very similar. From the beginning of the game to the end of the game, you see a lot of the same enemies. And you use a lot of the same exact tactics. Like, you'll probably notice at the end I kind of settled on putting the shield up and then using the sniper rifle to get rid of everything at long range, and then just whatever else I had available to do close range combat. It didn't really matter which weapon I used. They were all more or less identical in terms of their functions. Even if the way they dealt damage was different, they still dealt damage. And Up Your Arsenal, people criticize that a lot for being repetitive. For you facing a lot of the same enemies over and over again, especially with the Tyrannoids. But I think this game does that a bit worse than Up Your Arsenal did. That said, it's still Ratchet and Clank combat. If anything, it's better than it was in the Upper Arsenal by a country mile. Because of the addition of starting in Lockstrafe, where the controls are designed around the idea that you were in Lockstrafe. And that's that fact that carries over from most of the Ratchet and Clank games onward. Like, I think it really gets, like, it gets cemented in Crack in Time and onward. that does a lot for this franchise. There's a lot for this franchise. Yeah, I could go for a remake of the original trilogy, and plus Deadlocked. I could go for that. I don't think they need that. I think I think part of what made the Crash and Spy remakes so desirable is that they were PS1 games, and therefore graphically they were pretty rough by necessity, because the PS1 wasn't capable of doing a whole lot compared to even the PS2. I think once you get to the PS2 generation, like HD touch-ups are probably enough. Whereas you can't just HD touch up the PS1 era Crash Spyro games. You just can't do that. They're too far backwards to do that. New textures will make those polygons look worse. And then once you get to the PS3 era, it starts becoming even less necessary to do remakes, when all you're really doing is just re-releasing the game, and that's fine. Re-releasing the game is fine. That's all sometimes you really need. I guess a new edition of Last of Us is fine, but I was not interested in, because I already played Last of Us. But for people who have not played Last of Us, it's a good way of getting to Last of Us. Yeah, like a better port job would be nice, because the PS3 port of Deadlocked is not great. That's fair. That is fair. But as for what we're going to do after this, I think I am going to do the Uncharted games. Then I'm going to start with Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Because, like it or not, those games are retro now. I know, shocking, but the PS3 is a retro console at this point. Just look at its release date, it's fairly old. The PS3 is retro now. Sorry to break your heart, to make you feel old, but it's the truth. We are that far removed, and if you actually look at a PS3 game, you will see we are that far removed. The difference between like a PS3 game and a modern video game is stark. Yeah, Last of Us is a decade old. And like if you compare Last of Us PS3, Last of Us, the new edition they just released, it is a stark difference. If you just do a side-by-side comparison. You might not think it is, because your memory is different.
Lawrence, what's going on? You said we were coming within range of a space station.
Well, we were, sir. How was I to know it would suddenly explode?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Janice. It's been so long.
I love this, Janice.
Too long. Say you'll never leave me again for that nasty villain, Engelbert.
Oh, Lance. You make me feel like a young boy again.
Say what?
Yay, trans jokes in the 90s. Early 2000s.
Ladies and gentlemen, Juanita has eaten the cameraman.
Not a great note to end the original trilogy on at all, is it? Holy shit. I forgot that was then. All right, and I will say overall, this game had very mixed reception when it launched. But I think overall the community has coalesced into the conclusion this is actually a very good video game, and I think they're right. Like this I might not have a lot to say in the middle of playing it. That's because I was enjoying the act of playing the game. This game feels good to play. Even in a modern setting. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. Or a lot to be said for that. Is it the best Ratchet and Clank game? I don't know. You can debate that, but I think I would hear the argument. I would hear the argument. It wouldn't be crazy to say that. Because I know people who think the original game is the best. I think Going Commando is the best. Some people will say Up Your Arsenal is the best. Some people will say that Deadlocked is the best. And they're all right. For different reasons. And I think that's something that's worth acknowledging. Like, there in the original PS2 era, every single one of these Ratchet and Clank games were good games. Every single one. Yes, I agree, Onyx. If you're here for the combat, if the Ratchet and Clank combat is what you're here for and nothing else, Deadlocked is perfect. Because the Ratchet and Clank combat, even today, is good combat. It feels good to play. It always felt good to play. I take that back. PS1, the original Ratchet combat was mid at best, but they got better when they started introducing Strafe and Going Commando. But once you got to Going Commando, the combat is usually just really solid combat. And I think that's a pretty important thing to acknowledge. Because the combat in this game is one of its biggest contributions to the series going forward. And you can say this is kind of weird. It is a strange game in the context of the Ratchet and Clank overall canon. But strange does not mean bad. Strange does not mean bad at all. In fact, I would say this is definitely up there in terms of the overall quality. And that's a much better note to end on than what the final joke was at the end of the post-credits sting. So with that, I'm going to adjourn for today. Have a great evening, you all. Wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands, get your vaccine. Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and all lives cannot matter until minority lives matter. Take care, and I will see you next week with Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. Peace!